Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Nike Master Trainer Brandon Collinsworth. And today we're going to take you through a quick flow that introduces you to 6 of our favorite poses to unlock your highest potential. So go ahead and step to the top of the mat. We're going to start off in our traditional mountain pose, where I really want you to root down into the ground. We're going to inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. One more time. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Slowly, we're going to bring all of your weight into that right foot. And we're going to go up into our first power pose for the day, tree. You'll take your left foot, you'll place it either on the inside of your right thigh or on your left calf. And we're going to hold this pose for a minimum of 45 seconds. Hands will come into prayer pose. And once you're here, it's all about keeping your focus, your gaze on a fixated point. We call this drishti in yoga. If you want to advance it, you can extend the hands overhead. And if you want to take it to another level, you can always close the eyes. Tuned in, stay focused. And we'll be here for 20 more seconds. So root down and really breathe. Continue to grow. And remember, foundation is everything. If your foundation is strong, everything else will take care of itself. And slowly begin to come down. Hands come down to the side. And we're going to transition to the other side. All the weight in the left foot. Bring that right foot up towards the inside of the left thigh or on the inside of that left calf. Once you find your position, hands come up to prayer pose. Find a focal point. Tune in. And then if it's in your practice, maybe slowly the hands begin to grow. Creating as much length as possible, keeping your drishti aligned and centered, your focal point aligned and centered, and feel energy going through the feet all the way up through the fingers. Once again, if you want to take it to another level, you can always close your eyes. Staying focused on your breath. If you fall out, that's okay. Get back in. It's not a yoga perfect, it's a yoga practice. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back down. Feet come down, back to mountain pose. Our next pose we're going to drop into is one of my favorite poses. It's the deep squat or malasana. Turn your toes out a little bit. Step the feet shoulder width apart. Hands come to heart center and slowly drop down into that deep squat. Now, the key here is to find the range of motion that works for you. For some of you, you might be a little higher. Remember, do not push past that edge. But if you can, once you drop into the deepest part of your squat, begin to use the arms and hands to open up the thighs. Elongate the back, tailbone drops down towards the ground. And then once again, once you're here, really tune in and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So on your next inhale, slowly push out of the malasana position. Hands come down, mountain pose. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into high plank. We're going to go through a vinyasa. Big inhale here. Exhale, come down, chaturanga. If you need to put your knees on the ground, you can. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk, step, or hop the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands heart center. One more time. Hands come down to the side. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, high plank. One inhale here. Exhale, come down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slowly bring the knees to the ground. There's a beautiful 90-degree angle here. You're gonna slowly begin to bring your forearms down to the ground, keeping that 90-degree angle. Puppy pose. Now you can stack your fists here for a modification, or you can bring your forehead to the ground and begin to extend through the hands. Once again, holding in this pose, breathing, and staying rooted in the moment. One more deep breath here. Slowly begin to push out. We're pushing back into a downward facing dog. Heel toe, the feet. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee comes down to right wrist. We're dropping into pigeon pose. Slowly and carefully find your depth here. For me, I'm a little tighter in the hips, so my hips are actually up, and you can always put a block or a pillow under you. But once you find your depth, create some length, and then begin to crawl down. First to your forearms, and then straighten out those arms in front of you. Slowly begin to come out, pushing through the hands. Step back, all fours, shake that right leg out. Push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left wrist. Same thing, other side. Once again, giving yourself a few seconds to find your range of motion. Once you're there, inhale, long back, and then slowly begin to drop into your full expression of this asana. This is an incredible pose that unlocks so many things, physical and emotional. So take your time. If you like, you can walk the hands out in front of you and slowly place the forehead on the ground. And slowly begin to push out. Bring that knee back. Kick it out. And drop to all fours. We're going to walk up to the top of your mat. Sitting in hero's pose. From hero's pose, we're going to come up. 90-degree angle here into camel pose. An incredible pose to open up the chest and the heart. Hands come to lower back, fingers pointing down. Remember to activate the glutes to keep the spine safe. And you're slowly going to push into the lower back, bring the elbows towards each other, chest opens up, shoulders fall back, head falls back. If you want to advance this pose, you can drop your hands down to your heels, continue to push through the hips, continue to pull the shoulders back, and keep those glutes active the whole time. Three more breaths in this pose. If your hands are on your feet, slowly bring them to your lower back. Coming up, and then slowly coming down, back into that hero position. You're gonna lean to your right side, bring your feet out in front of you. Seated spinal twist. My left foot is going to be straight out. Right foot is rooted down. I'm reaching back with my right hand. My arm comes over the top. I bend it here, and I begin to pull my shoulder around. It's really important that you keep your spine long here and both of your sit bones on the ground. Remembering to breathe on each inhale, getting a little longer. On each exhale, dropping a little bit deeper. One last breath here. Slowly unwind and come out. Right leg goes straight out. Left leg comes in, rooting it into the ground. Same thing other side. Create some length and then begin to work through the stretch. On each inhale, getting a little longer. On each exhale, dropping a little deeper, using your foundation to help you drop deeper into the twist. One last breath here. Slowly unwind. Hands come back down to the front of the mat. Walk the knees back. Slowly walk to the back of your mat. Toes come together, knees are wide, and our final pose of the day, child's pose. Dropping deep and remembering to focus on breath. If you'd like to advance this child's pose, you can always flip the top of the hands to be on the mat. It'll open up the shoulders more. Two more big breaths here. And then slowly begin to come out. Let's go ahead and have a seat at the front of the mat. Congratulations on making it through today's practice. You now have 6 poses to help you unlock your highest potential. Until next time, I'm Nike Master Trainer Brandon Collinsworth.